Like, brother, we got big enough lips in the first place to be puckering up and threatening someone with puckered lips. You can't threaten anybody with puckered lips. I'm gonna knock you out. I'm just gonna smack you. What is up? It's your boy Johnny Shreve, IFBB Pro, Mr. Tell Like It Is. I need to have a conversation with you guys. I'm really confused. More so just like baffled. I'm baffled and concerned about my age demographic. I was just eating and I turn on YouTube, obviously, check my stuff out, and I see a video by John Bravo, and I go check it out because I'm like, oh, like, you know, it's pretty good. Whenever John Bravo puts a video out, he's got some really good cinematography, he does really well with it, so I'm intrigued. I go look at it, and there's probably some good drama there that I want to kind of just, you know, be entertained by. So I go over there, and lo and behold, there's an old school OG YouTuber that's out. I haven't seen his content in so long. And literally, I see him now, he's on John Bravo's channel and he's basically threatened him. I don't know if you guys remember Mike Rashid, okay? So Mike Rashid is like OG back in the day when CT Fletcher and Calamus, the whole crew, the Metroflex, I think Metroflex Gym, whatever, that whole crew is like, you know, on fire. Now, you know, CT Fletcher's still doing his thing, still on fire, but you know, a couple things happened with Mike Rashid. I guess he, one of the things, he was a quote unquote fake natty. You know, he claimed like he was natural before, one of those kind of cats. When you see YouTubers like that back in the day and they end up, you know, taking on a lot of stuff and they end up being successful, right? You don't hear from them again, and you basically assume that they're, you know, above the YouTube. You know, they've made it so far that they don't really need to do videos anymore. It's more so just, you know, they're doing their thing, they're taking care of their business, and that's it. And man, I'm sadly mistaken. And it's just another one of those things where, situation where I'm reminded that time is the greatest judge. This is another story of that certain thing. If you want to go check out John Bravo's channel, go and check it out. Obviously, you can see the entire thing from him, but I literally call him up. I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's a buddy of mine. And I'm like, yo, just what's like, give me the actual, what's actually going on, right? I'm like, Mike Rashid, when did this happen? Let me just tell you something here, right? That I know that's a fact right now, okay? One of the newest findings in terms of stats on YouTube is that my age demographic, I'm 41, I'm actually 42 this year, is increasing by like my age demographic. We're starting to watch YouTube way more than those of the younger generation, right? Understand this, when I was in grade 6, that's when the internet was introduced to us. So like, when I see people my age do things that don't make sense when it comes to the online world, social media and whatnot, I get mad confused because I'm like, we were introduced to it first. Like, we grew up with it. But for me, I almost feel like sometimes I'm like one of the very few that are my age that kind of get it still. Because when I watch people my age that are creators on this platform do some outrageous shit, I'm just like, am I missing something? Like, am I just like that young at heart and that young in mind that I'm just so in the now that I don't make these dumbass mistakes? These mistakes where it's like, did you forget that time is gonna expose you no matter what? And anything that you put out on the internet stays on the internet? Like, I know that. Like, I know for a fact that everything and anything that I do, that I say, that if it's recorded, it stays online. Check it out, watch. So, if you don't know who Mike Rashid is, this is how easy it is to figure it out. Hey, can you tell me everything you know about Mike Rashid?
Mike Rashid is a multifaceted individual known for his contributions to fitness, boxing, and entrepreneurship. Rashid often says that tough times shape strong individuals.
Okay, you get the point here, right? Like, damn, Chad, like you see right there. I just asked, hey, Chad GPT, let me know about Mike Rashid, and it gives me a long list of receipts of things that he said, because everything that Chad's gonna say is gonna be something that is grabbed from the internet of some sort. When I come back to that place of time will reveal everything, because it doesn't matter what you decide to say, because all the things that he said, that ChatGPT brought up, are all things that make a lot of sense. And those are all things that are really good lessons and mantras and, you know, philosophies to apply to your life, literally. But you can say whatever you want. But if you don't actually follow those things, that's when time decides to be like, hey, by the way, I'm gonna expose you now. Here's basically how this entire thing happened, okay?
DMs, you send me emails with information on stories. And in this particular case, and I investigate everything because you never know where a story's going to come from. So I have to do my due diligence and investigate everything, right? See if it's worth doing a video on. So in this case, it was about Mike Rashid. A bunch of the girls he was with or he's with now, but they were mad and they were posting hundreds of text messages and information and videos of Mike Rashid on their stories. So I started looking at them, and some of the things they were saying were serious things that could warrant me doing a video. So I had to do my due diligence and take a look at the story. And this is one of the texts that they tagged me in. Can you send me $250? I don't know what's going on with my phone. I can't log into my bank to see what's going on, but my phone is being weird. Can you send me a Cash App? I'll give you the money today. There's something up with my account right now, and I can't go up there for another couple hours. Babe, can you Zelle me 50? Can you send me 90? Can you send me another 50? I just used that for food for Ivy. I want to get myself something to eat right now. Please forgive me for asking you, but can you send me $60? Baby, can you do me a favor and send me $130? I need to book this flight for Elijah before it goes up. I can't go to the bank till they open. Can you send me $50 so I can get food and whatnot? I won't have access to cash until I get back down my way.
Jesus.
Babe, can you send me another $150? And I don't want to read any more of these because I feel bad for the guy. This guy, we used to think he was this baller in the private jets and all the fancy cars and the mansions. And
basically after that, one of the girls, so that you hear that, right? So he's asking a bunch of women he's been talking to before, whatever he's doing with the women or not, that's up to him, right? He obviously pissed him off because, again, whatever, he pissed him off, and they're in a little chat group, whatever, and they're exchanging messages about, Mike, and these are messages that are from Mike. It's not like they're, changing whatever. And then one of the girls that he was talking to in this group, right, that's saying all these things and, repeating and showing these messages, that John basically was, chatting with them, to talk to her and get more information. She ends up making amends with Mike Rashid. That's when Mike gets pissed. Mike now, after talking to the girl that was bashing him in this group and sharing messages with other girls about him asking them, each other for, can I have $50 here? Can I have money here? Can you send me a Zelle? Can you say, you guys seen it, right? It's like, what? You know what I mean? Like, after hearing all the things that chat just said about Mike, you're like, this can't be the guy there's no way that's that guy. So what happens? Well, Mike Rashid sends a threatening DM back to, I messaged John because I watched the video and was like, what is going on? I'm like, is this online? And he's like, no, he sent me a DM. And I'm like, send me the DM. And he sends me the DM. I get back to playing me before about Wes Watson. Real people who are actually dangerous, they're not gonna tell you. Like, they won't. They're not gonna be like, oh, by the way, I know where you live. I'm gonna come and get you. And you have it on your phone, so just in case I do, you could just hand over to the police. Hey, police, here you go, cop. By the way, sir, do you know who the attacker was? I actually do. It's sitting right here, sir. It's like, what the? This is the message he sends him. Okay? Not only does he send John Bravo a video message, mad about the girl that openly, willingly gave information to John. You would think you'd be like, mad about the girl, like, who did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna deflect and be like, and I think most time men do that because they know they can't, like, good men know they can't really do anything to the girl at all. Like, they're not gonna sit there and, like, hit her or whatever, right? So it's like, oh, I might as well take up my frustration on the dude.
Hey, I'm serious. You pathetic. You got no motion in your life. You try to make a living, a little measly living. I see the social blade. You ain't making no money. All you do is talk about other people. What a fucking idiot. You keep trying to play with me. It's not gonna work out for you. So anyway, Johnny Bravo, fake name. Keep playing with me, all right? Keep playing with me. I'm a grown-ass man. I would never make a fucking video about another fucking man. That's all you do. How do you feel about yourself? Huh? You're a I'll say all that shit to you in your face. You're never anywhere. You talk shit about all these fitness people. You ain't never had no expo. Because you get fucked up. You know it. You stay in hiding. My little fucking keyboard, weird ass motherfucker. And I could pull up on you, because I got all your info. But you're not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? But it's some other motherfuckers that's on your ass right now. That's what you should be worried about. I'm gonna call you a fat again. If you ever in my presence, without doubt, lower your gaze, don't even look at me, look down at the ground. Or I'm gonna slap you so hard I'm gonna knock you out by slapping you. All right? That's a fact.
You know how hard it is to threaten somebody and you take it serious when they got puckered lips? I'm gonna smack you, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna smack you. I'm gonna knock you out. I'm just gonna smack you. And again, I'm gonna call you again. You see? That's right. You better not go. You better not show up to the expo, because I'm going to be at the expo. And I might not do anything when you're there, but I'm just letting you know when you're at the expo. Anyway, so he goes on. I asked John, I'm like, he sent this to you? He's like, yeah, he sent it to my DM. So then Mike, King Michael, by the way, that's his name on Instagram. He writes to him. There's a message that he has. It's like, I'm not threatening you. I promise you. I'm promising you. LO word. By a girl and her tiny peanut gallery. What industry? My sales ain't slowed down. My community's still big as F. Y'all can't do ish to me. And I don't do none of this BS y'all tried putting on me. And then he says, there were other channels that were going to cover the story, which I convinced them not to, right? And then he's like, there's more words like, leave me the F alone, or I swear I will F your life up. I'll make this world tiny for you. Keep playing with me. And I'm like, what? So let me just break this thing down for you, okay? Somebody who has self-control, self-awareness, learn how to control things in your life. The alpha way. And he said something that was quite, familiar. Them weirdos. Who says weirdos? Oh, weird. Him and Wes Watson are boys. Anyway, couple things. Number one, when I hear people talk about, I'm an alpha male, I'm an alpha this, I'm an alpha that, when I hear that, all I hear is the opposite, the complete opposite. You aren't alpha, you don't have self-control, you don't have self-awareness, because you wouldn't do those things. First of all, in this video, he's saying, by the way, John Bravo, you always talk about other men. Who says that? We all know the same group that says that all the time. Kylie Muscle, Big Boy, Wes Watson. It's YouTube. That's another thing that brings back the full circle. We grew up with understanding all of this. So why are they so confused that people are making that's what YouTube is. YouTube is about making content. It's about making content about another man, another woman, do it yourself, how to build a shelf, how to, movie reviews. People are reviewing movies and actors. Oh, we can't do movie reviews on actors because you're talking about another man. And then it's like, what are you gonna do at Expo? You're gonna fight somebody in public? You know what I mean? Like, it's mind-boggling how hypocritical and ass backwards some of these guys are when they literally are exposing themselves online. Those who are interested in becoming a creator, or you see YouTube as this like great opportunity to be able to put out creative content and express yourself. And I think that's awesome. I think that's beautiful. I think that's amazing. I think if you have that in you, understand that this is a lot of work. It's not just about picking up a camera and just shooting something. It might seem like that, but like really the channels that do well make it look like it's really, really easy. And if it looks really easy, it's really, really hard. Regardless of that, it's fine. Do that. Want to, strive for that. But at the starting line, you have to make a decision. Like it might be a hard decision for you, but it's a very easy decision for me. And it should be a very easy decision for a lot of people. But you have to, at that starting line, at that beginning of your journey, whether it's you going on and creating something on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or Twitter, or whatever platform there is, you have to decide whether or not you are going to be authentically true to yourself. You got to be completely okay with who you are, love who you are. Because that's what it's going to take to really have a solid base and foundation to the core with your own morals to stick to who you are. And if you decide at one point when you're at the starting line or at the beginning of your journey and you decide that you're not going to be authentic and not be exactly who you are, eventually, something's going to happen where time is just going to expose everything and it's going to fall out. Because what happens from here, there's only a few things that can happen, really, when it comes down to it. And here's some advice for those who are, who might be close to that point. Maybe they're like, man, time might be coming quick for me. The only thing to do is to be accountable. When it comes down to it, if you're really a person that's talking about being alpha male and self-awareness and self-control and all those things, that the basis of that truly is self-awareness, right? And to be self-aware, you have to have emotional intelligence. And having emotional intelligence allows you to have social awareness, right? Emotional intelligence is understanding who you are to the core, how you tick, your emotions, how they drive, what can make it you react, or what you react to, or your triggers. Knowing those things, understanding yourself emotionally lets you understand how you might affect somebody socially, right? Having that emotional intelligence will create self-awareness, will bring you to a place of, I would say, the ultimate social awareness. Because when you have all those things, then you don't make mistakes like this that eventually come back and bite you in the butt. And then now your credibility, your word is at question. So when you're at the start of your journey, what do you choose? Option A, be who you are, true authentic to the core. Or option B, try to act like something you're not. And eventually time will exhaust you. And you'll eventually get tired of acting. And then that's when the mask comes off and everyone sees who you really are. Thought I'd just share with you guys. Till next time, you guys, stay true to who you are. You know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.